Activex controls or foam controls. What's the difference? Now, foam controls are based on the actual Microsoft Excel, which basically doesn't require additional authorization. So if you put foam controls here, you will be able to do absolutely anything you want without actually having any pop-ups about security threats or security concerns. Now, Activex control, on the other hand, we can actually manipulate the controls in such a way that you can actually create viruses and you can create basically things that can threaten the people's privacy. Now, by actually having Activex controls, you have more flexibility on the power of doing anything you wish. For example, if I use an Activex control and I click and drag downwards, I can see the arrows pointing up and down. If I click across, I can see the arrows pointing left and right. However, if I go and apply foam controls in the same way, so I'll put, say for instance here, put the spinning button. If I click and drag from left to right, I can see that the pointers are still showing up and down. And if I do up and down, it still shows up and down as well. So another thing that you cannot do with the foam controls, if you go to properties, the properties is pretty much restricted to the things that you can actually do. You can specify the maximum value, the minimum value. You can actually specify the cell that you would like to increment. But you will not be able to actually customize it in the same way that I've customized here the Activex control. So if I select the Activex control and click on properties, you will be able to see a lot more options here. So I can change the background color and I can change the fore color and I can change anything I like. Now, this is the difference between Activex controls and foam controls. The functionality is exactly the same. Let me actually demonstrate the functionality here. So if I right click here to select it and right click in fact and click format control, I could actually select a particular cell. So I'm just going to select this cell here, L1, and I'm going to make the maximum number to 3. Click OK. Now if I click on the design mode, click away, so every time now I add a number, is adding a number here. So let's reduce the font size a little bit. Let's make it 12. So I can increase the number or I can reduce the number. If I try to increase it more than 3, I've got a restriction. And if I try to go below 0, I've got a restriction. Now, I can do the same here by using the Activex control. So to do this, I need to go to the Developers tab, click on the Design mode and select this. Click on the Properties and the link cell. I'm just going to put here L2. Exit that or remove the design mode. And I'm just going to make sure that this is the same formatting as this. Yeah. So if I delete that, so I could actually click here and I can actually go up the numbers or down the numbers. So the outcome is exactly the same. However, by using the Activex control, I can actually go to the properties. I can change the colors the way I want them to look. And that's the difference. You have a lot more options here. You can have a play around with it, and then you will be able to see more differences between Activex controls and foam controls. Hope you've learned something new today. I hope you apply these new skills onto your projects to make powerful software applications. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.